Hey guys, welcome to Lucky Dice Live. I'm Howard. This is Nate, and we had a little bit late start. I got some kind of good news coupled with bad news. We have our system set up to take phone calls, but we were having difficulty getting Google Voice to work, and it was going into our airtime. So what we're doing now instead is we're just gonna. I'm going to play with it during the week and get it working. But next week, I think we can take phone calls, which would be kind of good because it'll be Collector's Trove, right?
Yeah, should be.
All right. So we're gonna continue with Collector's Trove. What did we end up?
We didn't go over Cosmic Rider. That was going to be the next thing.
But Are we on?
Yeah, we're on Rider.
Were we on Rare still?
We're still on Rares, yeah.
Okay. So we'll pick up in just a minute with Rares. Now, last week I told you guys that I thought that we would be doing Collector's Trove tonight. I had my weeks a little off. I was off by 1 week, so I was premature. We will be doing Black Panther. This will be the last Black Panther tonight, and then we will do Collector's Trove next week. Our pre-release is set for Wednesday night. I went through a little ordeal this morning about that. So we buy from GTS, and I called and said, hey man, I need you to go ahead and ship my pre-release stuff. GTS doesn't have any in stock. So I flipped over and I looked, and Alliance does. So I called WizKids and I'm like, hey, what's up? They don't have anything at GTS. And the brand manager was surprised. He says, hold on, give me a minute. And so I had to talk to him about some other things, but then he messaged me within 30 minutes and said that GTS was not going to be getting their stuff in time for pre-release. He said, call Alliance and they will take care of me. So I called Alliance and they took care of me. So we still have our stuff coming. I actually want to look at something real quick to make sure that they charge me today because anyway, I wanted them to ship today. I don't know if they ship today, if they're shipping. As long as they ship by Monday, we're technically good, but I would have preferred them to ship today. And she put in a thing to expedite it. So let's see here. Looks like they have charged me. Yes, they did. So that's a good sign. Okay. So let me do something else real quick.
I think Restream might need to be refreshed.
Why, what's going on?
It says 0 people are watching, and it still has all the messages from last week.
Okay, well, let's refresh that then. Okay. Looks like we're good.
Yeah, there you go.
I thought it would just continue from last week. So I don't know if anybody's on the chat, but if you are, say hello. We didn't have any of our regulars last week except for Dennis. I mean, our girls weren't here. I don't know what was up with that. It's kind of just a slow week. Maybe it was just because of the weather everywhere. Speaking of weather, it's supposed to get really cold.
It's not that bad out right now. It feels pretty good.
Nah, it's supposed to be like Tuesday. There's a polar vortex is coming through the country. We're not going to get as cold as they are up north, but it's going to get pretty damn cold here too. I just got to move some money real quick. And that's done. All right. So anyway, what I've been working on is everybody's asking me about the cup and about the dates and everything. I'm talking to WizKids and I'm talking to Scott Porter. In fact, I talked to WizKids yesterday today, and I talked to Scott Porter off and on all day today. And I don't have anything to tell you that. I really can't tell you much of anything right now. The first week in May is bad for Scott. I know that. He has some event scheduled that he's got to be at. So with H4H, he said the middle of the month. So we're looking 2 weeks from then, which I had the dates written down. But we still got to put everything together. There's too many. We're always waiting on WizKids. If you guys don't know that. It's always the hold up. It's not me and Scott. It's always Whiz Kids. And we're always limited to what we can say and what we can do because we don't have everything. So Scott met with, there's been some big changes at Whiz Kids I'm not going to get into, but we have a lot of new people we're talking to, which also slows things down. They have different ideas. They don't know what we've done, blah, blah, blah. But Scott met with them today. I wasn't part of that. They talked to him first, and then they involved me in afterwards. I don't know why. I'm not there from the get-go. But anyway, they're talking to Scott right now, and they didn't come to a conclusion on everything. And Scott said that they're supposed to get back with him on Wednesday. So hopefully next week when we have our stream, we will actually know something and we can announce something. And I think it sucks. I know you guys don't like it. I don't like it either. I feel like I'm 3 months behind right now. I feel like we should be talking about dates and lining everything up. I don't want to know at this point in time. I'm not wanting to know what the pricing is. I'm not wanting to know anything other than, are you in? Are you out? Are you in? Are you out? Are these dates good? If you're in. That's all I'm wanting to know from everybody right now. The rest of it can be worked out. So soon as I know something, I will tell you guys. But based on what I'm hearing, it looks like the 14th through the 18th now, which that's the week. Usually we've been running it for one time we ran it the week of Mother's Day, and that was a mistake. So we've been trying to stay the week before. So to stay consistent, I went April 30th through May 4th, but Scott's bad for Scott, so he's saying the 14th through the 18th, and that's where we came up with that. Now we tried to stay in May because it's Huntington's Awareness Month, and Scott wanted it there. And then I also wanted to move away from Whiz Kids Worlds, so there wasn't a conflict. Like October used to be our thing. We used to call ourselves Rock. People would call it. They nicknamed it Rocktober, and it caught, and everybody liked it. So I don't know. I can tell you there's lots of changes coming, and we just have to wait to see. So we got Collector's Trove coming up. We got changes there. New Orleans is in a couple weeks, right? Is it 2 or 3 weeks away now? It's February the 1st, if I remember right. And
That's
so that's going to be 2 weeks from tomorrow. I'm tentatively planning on going, but I don't know. Dennis is supposed to get back with me by Monday morning and tell me what he's doing. And anyway, everything's up in the air. Basically, I should just go home because I'm telling you guys I don't know nothing. That's the way it feels right now. I'm going to bring myself down to eat. When I was looking at the screen, it looked like I was a giant. It looked like you're a little bitty dude.
This chair is probably low, and
your chair's low. So
I'm also slouched.
So I was like, it looked kind of weird. Did you see it?
I wasn't paying attention.
So maybe we're a little bit more. Let's look at it real quick. See if that's better. Before, when I was up high, I was like going up to here, and you were like, oh man. Notice I got my brand new shirt on today. I don't care if Washington does anything else. I mean, I do care, but I mean, I'm extremely happy with the Commanders, Redskins.
Did you say that they might change the name back?
Yes, and
I hope that they do.
I do too, because I have a lot of Redskin stuff at the house, and I can wear it and feel cool about it again. Although I'd wear it anyway.
As far as I know, the actual tribe that it's named after wants it to be named that.
Dennis, you missed everything. We just did $1 million giveaway, and we drew your name, and you weren't here, so you lost out.
So now nobody gets it.
No, I've just been telling everybody, give a little bit of update. I've been telling everybody I know nothing. But I've told him a little bit of something. But
you didn't miss anything.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything. We're about to start going over Collector's Trove. So anyway, they need to change the name back. I mean,
there was no point in them changing it ever. Just like they shouldn't have changed what was it, Uncle Ben's rice, and they shouldn't have changed to Aunt Jemima. Aunt Jemima has that written on her gravestone. She was proud of that. Why would you change it? This is just
Well, that's the same thing.
it wasn't a racial thing. I mean, the racial thing comes from like they called them aunt and uncle or whatever, and it's like, yeah, but that
all the people that were protesting the name were mostly activists that had no.
it wasn't. Yeah,
It was, they weren't Indians. They weren't anything. They were just activists that were like, let's.
like any of my friends that I asked when all that was happening, they were like, no, I mean, everybody that I know, like in our community, like looked up to it, like, hey, maybe we could do that one day or whatever. It's like that.
Yeah, it's
so
ridiculous.
The Redskins thing too, like the tribe sent in letters to try to change it back and everything. It's like if they're the ones that are wanting it, like that doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
And like the names of teams is supposed to be like, it's supposed to represent something that's like strong and like you want to be you want to be looked at as that thing, like not. It's not something bad. It's.
I know. I've never looked at it as a slight. I mean, to be honest with you,
like
when I came back from Germany when I was a kid, and I came back after I went through 3 grades in Germany. When I came back in the 4th grade, we came back and I didn't have a set football team. Okay, now Alabama would have been ingrained in my blood, and I mean I was an Alabama fan because my mama mostly did that. I mean, she would just talk Alabama up and just, I'm from the state of Alabama. I'm an Alabama fan.
Yeah.
At that time, I didn't even know Auburn existed. Okay? I mean, it didn't mean anything to me at that point. Just, I'm from Alabama. Alabama's my team. I got a coach called the Bear. That's cool. I mean, what else do you want as a kid? So, most of my friends were Cowboy fans. And I didn't want to be like everybody else. I wanted to have my own team. So I started watching football, and I liked the colors. That was the first thing that attracted to me. And then they were good, and they were winning. And they were also rivals of the Cowboys at the time. And I'm like, it's a Cowboy Indian thing. They're the Redskins. They're the Cowboys. It's a Cowboy Indian thing. I'm going to be for the Indians. And so that's the and since I chose them, for whatever reason I chose them, I never have deviated. They've been my team from the 4th grade. I'm 60 years old now. I've cheered. I pulled for them all this time, and I've never changed. And
I'm a Dolphins fan. I've never changed from that either. My dad and his brother used to really like the Dolphins. They had pictures everywhere. My dad, I had a Dan Marino rookie card that I got. He used to have it anyway. I think he lost it at some point, but it was. I was like, yeah, I'll be a Dolphins fan. They've sucked for so long. I don't really watch the NFL, but it's like, why would I change teams? There's no point.
No, you don't change
They
teams.
suck,
Just because your team goes bad. I mean, there's cycles. I mean, the Dolphins had a really good team for a long time.
Yeah.
And I mean, they used to be. I mean, they won a couple Super Bowls. They beat my team in the Super Bowl. Actually, the year they went undefeated. They had a really good team, and then they slapped it. Shula was there. Then they got Marino, and then they went through a bunch of different changes, and they were not good for a while. And
they're really not that great now.
No, they're not. I mean, they seem like they're about to turn over and be good again, and then.
Last year and the year before that, they were pretty decent, but it was just, I don't know. I don't know if it was, I think it was just people couldn't figure out their offense.
Oh, no, it's not that. It's that if you look at them, they don't play well in cold weather. I mean, they didn't hardly win the home field advantages. They always had to go out and play somewhere. And their game style is not a cold weather game style. I mean, when it comes crunch time, if you look, most of the time defenses, everybody talks about offenses, but your defense is usually going to be what wins a championship and wins everything. It's your defense, because everything kind of slows down a little bit. And anyway, let's get off of football and let's talk about what we're here for, which is HeroClix. We talked about the events coming up. There's been a bunch of announcements. One thing I will go over with you is that WizKids has added the ability for stores to buy directly from our distributors these the supercharged sealed events. So I've ordered one.
What does that come with?
Well, what they're doing is for each set. So this one, we have a solicit in the wind. Our distributors have solicits, we can look at them. And this was supposed to be ordered last year and be for Black Panther, and everything got postponed. So they got one coming up for Black Panther, but there's also supposed to be one coming up for Collector's Trove. But in the Black Panther one, the big prize is a zombie Scarlet Witch, which I don't know what the stats or anything on it, but they got Scarlet Witch in it. It's got Hawkeye. It's got a bunch of other stuff. And so I've got that ordered, and as soon as I'm able to get one of them, I'll schedule one of them. And I'll do one for Collector's Trove. I will do every single one of those. That's my plan anyways. I got to look at it a little bit more. Dennis and I are actually supposed to go over the cost of it and figure out, because they're kind of expensive. But Dennis, when were we supposed to do that? We were supposed to do that last night, or I don't remember, but we need to do that. If we can do that either this weekend or tonight, that'd be great. I would like to pull up the actual, because he wants to run down to Mexico too. We need to look at the actual profit, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I think they're very expensive. They're very expensive compared to rock kits. They're like way, way expensive. Yeah. And I don't know, I think you make more money on a rock event than you do on their event, I think, but I need to look at it. So anyway, I think that's all I got. You got anything you want to talk about? I think we just jump into the figures.
So yeah, we'll just jump in. Start with Cosmic Rider.
So what we've been doing is we've been going down looking at all the figures, and honestly, it's kind of like a first real look for me and him. So we're looking at the figures and analyzing them as we see them. Had we seen a little bit of this before? Yeah, we looked at Thanos and some of the stuff when it came out, but we didn't really look. And we're really looking this time. So we did Iron Man last, so we're on Cosmic Rider. We're in the rares. We're going to go as far as we can, which we got about 26 minutes. We will pick this up wherever we leave off. We will pick up next week. Hopefully, between what we do tonight and next week, we can finish.
I'm sure we will. Oh.
And let's try to be on time next week and start. I thought we were going to be. We were here.
We were here an hour early.
Yeah, we were here an hour early, fooling with the damn phone, and Google was not cooperating with us. So it may be that it takes. It seems like there was something I read.
It could just be like 24 hours. It might just take 24 hours, and it's just being weird. But
I'm gonna go and home and mess with it when I got more time. But anyways, we created a new Google account and everything, and it didn't work. So we just ran out of time and gave up. So let's go to this. Let's go look at Cosmic Rider, which looks like it's Ghost Rider, right?
Yeah, Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah, Cosmic Ghost Rider.
It's got a pretty cool sculpt, it looks like.
It does. It's he's an Avenger, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Minions of Thanos, Assassin, Cosmic, Mystical Vehicle. He has like a good bit of keyword. I mean, he has a lot of good keywords. I mean, even for just plain and sealed in this, the Minions of Thanos will come up and Guardians will come up too. So
just looking at his dial, his blaring weakness to me is his defense. That's a very low number. I mean, he's got good stats. He's got prop and stuff, but I mean, it's not. So let's see what he does, because he's got lots of traits. So he starts off flight, 6 range, hypersonic speed, always a good thing. He's 75 points, which is not terrible.
12 attack.
12 attack is really good. There's a special power there. Invincible is really good. He's got prob. Can he be outwitted and stuff? Nope, he's got the.
That's Guardian. So yeah, he can be outwitted.
Yeah, and he's got Mystics, which most Ghost Riders do. So a 17 defense that can be outwitted, can get shredded really fast. I mean, you can knock him out in one turn. I mean, he goes from there to toughness. So let's see what else he's got. Surely there's more, because he's got 3 things. Yeah.
So his first trait, when Cosmic Rider attacks an opposing character that took damage from Mystics since your last turn, so just anybody that on your team that has mystics. He deals penetrating damage. That's pretty good. If the friendly character that dealt damage from Mystic's team ability also had this trait, Cosmic Rider increases damage dealt by 1 during that attack. That's pretty cool. I mean, a lot of the teams that I've made recently are completely Mystics, so I mean, that worked pretty well on it. He's got the Reap ability that a few of the other minions of Thanos have. When Cosmic Rider KOs an opposing character of 30 points or less, you score 10 additional victory points. That's pretty good. I mean, especially if you're playing
the little guy.
If you're playing in a sealed or a battle royal of this set, there's a decent amount of 30-point or less characters, and there's a lot of these, so I mean you might be able to get a decent amount of extra points. And then his attack special for his first 3 clicks is when Cosmic Rider hits, choose a hit character until your next turn that character has. When this character is given a move or power action, after resolutions, roll a d6 and deal them damage equal to the result. That's really good. If somehow you could, so without equipping him with something, you're really only gonna be able to hit one person because he doesn't have Quake, he doesn't have Energy Explosion, and he doesn't have multiple bolts. But if you equip him with something that allows you to do that, I mean, you could hit multiple people for.
Well, if you're able to hit first with this guy,
well, I guess you can only choose one to do it too, so it doesn't really matter.
So if your hope is that that he's your first attacker. If he's your first attacker, and he hits the main piece on the other guy's force, okay, and so that guy gets that happens. First of all, he's going to do 3 damage, or even if he does whatever he does, he's going to do that. And then if the guy wants to do anything with him, he's taking a chance. Now, what I'm reading, it says roll a d6 and deal them damage equal to the result. I'm thinking that you still have your reducers that would play in there, because it doesn't say it's.
I mean, yeah, because
So like if you are if you roll a 2 and you got invincible or you got impervious, you're not taking any damage at all.
Unless you somehow make him deal penetrating damage. But that ability up top, he gets penetrating damage if they were dealt mystics.
Yeah, but the idea is to hit first. So I know it could be fun. It looks like a fun play.
Yeah, I think he'd be pretty good and sealed and everything. I don't know what you would equip him with to make him viable and anything else. I mean, he's outwittable and he has 17 defense. And he only has 6 clicks. Like, he's going to get shredded by somebody in one turn.
I don't have a problem with him being outwittable. I have a problem with him having the 17 defense. I think that's weak in the game.
I think both of them together, the 17 and being outwittable, is just.
Yeah.
If he wasn't outwittable and you can only do 2 damage to him, it's like, all right, cool, you can hit him and only do 2 damage to him. But, I mean. Or sorry, he reduces too.
Yeah,
but
I'm not overly impressed with him, but he looks fun.
No.
All right, so Groot. All right, so Groot, he has got a lot of stuff. All right, so he is 70 points. He's 5 points less than the Ghost Rider we were just talking about. He's able to run through blocking, which that's always helpful. He is a Guardians of the Galaxy, which in this set. It's really good team with the stuff that you could build a really good Guardians of the Galaxy team in this.
And he has the team ability.
He's got a long dial.
8 clicks for 70 points is good.
Yeah, that was. I think Ghost Rider was just 6, wasn't it? Yeah,
6 for 75.
Yeah, so for 5 points less, you're getting this guy. All right, then he's got an 8 movement, 11 attack with super strength, and vulnerability at 18.
Yeah, 4 damage.
4 damage.
Battle Fury.
In Battle Fury, so he can get through shape changing. He's also a giant. So go ahead and do his trait.
Then his first trait is when Groot would be KO'd, you may instead replace him with a 004 Baby Groot on click number 3. Then if 3 or more friendly characters have the Guardians of the Galaxy keyword, heal that Baby Groot 2 clicks. If Baby Groot is KO'd, your opponents score Groot's point value, protected pulse wave. So they're just scoring. Baby Groot's just not scored.
Right.
But you don't score the point value until Baby Groot is killed. That's pretty important. Because then if Baby Groot comes in and you just run him away, they don't even get Groot's point value. So that's a pretty decent ability. I don't think it's like crazy. I didn't see Baby Groot. Is he good?
He's okay, but again, I think it's where this is all about building a Guardians team and getting all the bonuses and stuff from him. So
And then his movement ability that he has on click 1, 2, 5, and 6 is
that's good.
charge, but don't half speed if 3 or more friendly characters have the Guardians of the Galaxy keyword.
Again,
So it's just charge, and then if you're on the Guardians team, you don't half speed, which is great.
yeah, which is 8, and he's a giant.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you think about it, he's a giant, so he can go 8, and he actually can attack 2 more squares away. So he's got a 10 range charge. It's pretty good, and he hits hard.
Yeah, I think he'll be really good in sealed in battle royals.
I mean,
Again,
if you were building a team, would you want to play him, or would you rather play the Ghost Rider for 5 more points?
I mean, only because he has prob and everything, I might choose Ghost Rider. But because the Groot only has the 18 on 2 of his clicks.
No, that's true. He goes back up.
It really depends, because if you're playing guard, you could play both of them on the same. I mean, I don't know. I like Ghost Rider only because he's got prob, I think, and he's got range, and Groot doesn't.
I think that you're going to see a lot of, based on what I'm seeing, I think we're going to see a lot of Guardian teams in Sealed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, most of the set, I think. The set has so many Guardians in it.
Speaking of, here's another one. So now we're looking at Drax. He's a Guardian. Why did they call this thing Collector Stroke? Why didn't we call this Guardians of the Galaxy 100 or something? Because it's Guardians.
Yeah.
All right, so he's 75 or 50. He's got 2 starting lines. Starting lines are very interesting. I'm doing the dials. I'm gonna let Nate do the trades. So just how we're doing this right here. So he's got no flight, of course. He's got 8 charge. He's got the Guardian team ability. I missed that. He's got an 11 attack, which is decent. He's got a 19 defense on his first click, and he's got an 18 defense on the first click of his 50 points. So 19 is always good. He's got close combat expert, which that's good. So in reality, he's got a 12 attack with 4 damage, which is decent. Go ahead, Nate.
So first trait, he's got Empower. When Drax uses it, other friendly characters with the Guardians of the Galaxy keyword are considered adjacent to him.
Oh, wow.
That's
really
good for a lot of the stuff in this set. I mean,
that means he's with that group.
He's just everything's being empowered.
Yeah,
that's really good.
That's a 5 damage right off the bat.
Yeah, and then clicks 1 through 4. He's got a special defense power, defend, invulnerability. Adjacent friendly characters with the Guardians of the Galaxy keyword can use Mastermind, but only to choose Drax. I mean, yeah, I don't.
Invulnerability. I mean,
he's got invuln. Yeah, if you do, that's possible. So actually, yeah, no, so that's only me. I was looking at his top ability to see if they were considered adjacent for that as well, but they're not. It's only for Empower.
The Ghost Rider was a Guardian too, right?
He was, yeah.
So
I think he's better than Ghost Rider and Groot.
But I mean, he helps Ghost Rider.
He's really good.
Because now you got Ghost Rider with hypersonic speed that if he's beside him, he's got a 19 defense. And if he's hit, you got to do more than 3 damage to him. Otherwise, he doesn't even take anything. And you're trying to hit a 19 now. And also, that Ghost Rider's damage now goes from a 3 to a 4. And then you got all the other crap. So, this guy's good.
Yeah, I like Drax. I think...
even at 50, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just to get the other stuff off of him.
Yeah. I think he's actually, I don't know, but I think he's possibly usable in something that you.
Let's go. Hey guys.
It's on something up right there. I don't know why.
That's last week.
Something pulled up.
Hold on, guys. We don't know what happened or why.
Go to YouTube. The one to the right.
Yeah. That's the legacy.
Click. Go to. Yeah.
All right. So.
No, go to Chrome and then click on the YouTube one. Yeah, it's
Why did they do that?
YouTube pulled up last week's video for some reason.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
Maybe that was when I was just up and out of the blue. Just started doing.
I don't know why it did that.
So let's do something real quick, here.
I mean, you could just close that. We're not using that window.
I wonder if I put in the wrong code though.
No, because I went on YouTube.
So it was working.
Yeah, I looked on YouTube.
Okay. Look right now.
Unless it changed. I looked at the beginning of the video.
We may have the wrong video running.
Yeah, no, we're good.
We are?
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Yeah, I guess we can move on to Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Winter Soldier. He is 55 points. He's got 2 different dials, so I guess we'll get to find out about that in a second. He has got no team abilities, right? Yeah, no.
No,
team
he's got.
he's a wild card.
Yeah.
So he's a wild card. He shoots and hindering, which is typical for a Winter Soldier. And he's got a bunch of stuff. So on one side, looks like I don't know what this is until Nate reads it. One side he's got stealth. Looks like one side is defensive, more or less. He's in stealth, 11 precision strike, 17 defense again, 3 range combat expert with 6 range, shoots in terrain. The other side, he's got running shot, a special power on 11, a 19 defense. Maybe that, I don't know, maybe that's better. And he's got perplex on top of that.
So his first trait's once per game when a friendly character that's either 75 points or more or named Captain America is KO'd after resolutions, you may turn Winter Soldier to click number 7.
All right.
So you're paying 55 points, you start him on click 1, and then when something dies, you can go to click 7.
So that's anywhere though. So like if you hit Winter Soldier and then you kill something else, he can go over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and pretty much kind of restart his dial.
That's pretty good.
It's 5 clicks for 55 points, and then when you possibly get more. On his secondary dial, he has a special attack power, energy shield deflection, shoot over elevated terrain, and then when Winter Soldier attacks a single target and misses, after resolutions, deal that character 1 penetrating damage. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I really kind of like that ability. I don't really like this click very much at all.
If you could start him there, he'd be good.
If you could just start him on click 7 and you never had to have him on click 1, I would like him. But I don't like that he's just weird.
Well,
he's too easy to kill on the one that he's over there.
No. All right, so maybe in a sealed you're right, but think about this in a constructed. If you wanted to play him, so you start him off over there and you got him 3, and then it says when a friendly character that's either 75 points or more.
Or named Captain America. I mean, you're losing a huge piece. You're losing a huge piece to gain something that's
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about it.
I don't think he's terrible, but I don't like him. He's convoluted to get to a dial that's like decent, and it's not like crazy. Now, if his 7 to 11 dial was crazy, then it's like, okay, cool, I can see it. But it's like, no, it's not crazy. It's just
I've seen
okay.
a lot of teams that aren't even getting things 75 points now. I mean,
he's too difficult to get to the second.
We both agree that it's a fantasy, and it's like if you're playing.
If I see him and if I don't have to target something else, I'm just going to kill him first. He's got a 17 defense with toughness. He's in stealth possibly, but it's like there's stealth busters through this whole set. So I would just target him, kill him. And then he doesn't get to go to his
I don't think he's all that
shit.
good. But I mean, what you kind of hope for is that, hey, I want to play a dumb player. I can't keep this guy over here.
But even his click 7 thing isn't good enough to justify losing a 70. It's just like you're paying 55 for a really weak piece that. I mean, I guess he's got range combat expert, so he'd be a 12 for 4 with precision strike, but he doesn't have any move and attack. Yeah, I don't like him. He's not.
Yeah, we agree. I think it's kind of a weird click. All right, Giant Man is next. 028. We're getting this is our last. No, we're almost done. We got one more rare after this. Cool. All right, so he's got an 8 charge, 11 super strength. He's got a 19 defense. Giant Man typically don't have a great defense. I don't know if any of them that I recall has a 19. So that's kind of good. He's got 4 damage, which is also good. He is an Avenger, which we would expect him to be. He is a giant. He's got 2 starting lines. He's got an 80-point starting line, and he's got a 45-point starting line. I'm seeing a lot of 17s in this set.
Yeah.
A lot of 17 defenses. I think that's gonna that's going to affect things quite a bit. I think that a lot of the set may not be played because of the 17 defenses. I'm talking about in meta.
Yeah.
Within the set, it doesn't really matter. But 11 attack, 19 defense, and he's got a couple attack powers and a defense power, and he's got a trait. Tell us about it.
All right. So his traits: opposing characters within 4 squares can't pick up or equip terrain markers and can't be given close/range terrain actions.
Okay.
That's really niche. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
it's a trait at least, but like,
What
you could have
said.
not put that in there, and it wouldn't have changed anything almost.
No. Now that's weird.
His attack ability that's on click 3 to 6 is telekinesis, but only to target an adjacent character or terrain marker. When Giant Man uses it, the target doesn't need a line of fire to the chosen square. So he only target adjacent character or terrain marker when he uses
Yeah.
it. The target doesn't need a line of fire.
But we got a Giant Man with telekinesis.
So you just,
So I guess
he just
what-
has TK, but the thing he's TKing doesn't have to be able to see the square. So I mean, that's not bad. I think that's decent, especially since when you're playing him at 45. So it's just upgraded TK at 45 points.
I think the
I guess
idea
you're just
here
getting TK though.
I think they're calling it TK, but I think the idea here is he reaches over and he grabs something. And
Yeah, he throws it, yeah. If he had his defensive ability that's on click 1 and 2, only if you're playing him at 80 points, is defend and invulnerability. If he had that for maybe his first click on his 45 line, I think I would actually like him, but I don't like him at all either because you're never paying 80 points for him. Like, I can't even see paying 80 points for him almost even in like a sealed or something. I mean, he's okay, but maybe maybe in a sealed at 80 points. But
What I can tell you based on everything that I've seen so far is Thanos wins. Thanos
oh yeah,
wins.
if you pull the common
Thanos wins.
Thanos, every rare in this set might as well go home almost. Like, I don't think there's been a single one that's worth anything compared to that.
I do
common
like
Thanos.
that Drax though.
Yeah.
I think a Guardian team would be fun to play with, especially with. All right, so let's go to the last. This is the last rare, and it is a bear of a rare. This is Grizzly. I don't think we've had Grizzly before. I think this is a brand new thing.
sure.
I don't remember any Grizzlies. I mean, we've had bears, but not Grizzly. So this is a new piece. He is a bad guy. He's Masters of Evil, and he's also Sinister Syndicate. Yes, I mean, his keywords. Those keywords are there. Plus Thunderbolts, which is kind of weird. And he's also an animal, so he fits in with an animal. And he's a detective and spy, so I don't know how that fits in. And he's got 7 clicks long, which is pretty decent. He's 60 and 45, so he's not a whole lot. He's got 8 charge, special power, 18 special defense. He's got Empower on his top dial. Then if you start in the other top dial at 45 points, he's got the same thing. So wherever you start, which I kind of like that. So if you start him low or high, I mean, I'm just looking at 45 points. That's not
His
bad.
45 I don't think is bad. It's 60 is not good.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. So let's see what he's got.
45 is, I think, pretty good for him. He's got the same thing Giant Man had, the Ant-Man security solutions, where if they're within 4 squares, they can't pick up or equip terrain markers, can't be given close range terrain actions. Again, super niche, never going to happen. That's not never going to happen, but to be honest, barely going to happen. The only time I think I see that happening is there was a character we went over last week, I think, that you remember. I don't remember who it was, but they knock off all equipment when they use Quake or something. I think it's possible that you use Quake, knock everything off, and if one of these is close, they can't re-equip anything. Maybe that'll happen sometimes, but I don't. That ability's okay, I guess, not great. His attack ability from click 1 to 4, super strength, giant reach 2, close action, make a close attack. After resolutions, choose one, give a hit character an action token, or place a hit character in a square adjacent to Grizzly. That is pretty good. I mean, being able to move somebody, he's got giant reach 2, being able to move somebody especially if you're playing him at 45 points and I mean, you grab somebody and pull him into your back line or something.
He also gets around shape change because he's possibly with if he click two.
I like that attack ability a lot. His defensive ability is combat reflexes invulnerability, which he has from click 1 to 5. So he gets it at 45 points. I actually really like him. I think out of all of the rares, I think he might be my favorite.
I kind of liked Drax.
For 45 points, I think you're getting a decent amount from him.
So Aaron says there's a man in the suit, and he says, look at the mouth of the figure.
Yeah.
Aaron, how do you know that that's a man in the suit, and how do you not know that maybe that's a head left from a man in the suit that he just ate? Could be either one. All right. We're about ready to we're going to super rares.
Yep.
Which is cool. So we're going to start at my favorite character. That's impressive so far. Very interested to see the traits and what's going to happen here. So this is Thor, super rare. He's got cosmic
Cosmic energy.
Cosmic energy. So he's can't be outwitted and stuff. So that's good. He's got this is 150 or 50. So he's got two different starting clicks, and there's a world of difference in click numbers between 150 and 50. So at 150 it's 9 clicks. At 50 it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. No, just 4 clicks.
Yeah, 4.
So for 100 points you get another another 5 clicks.
Yeah.
He starts off with, he's got flight, of course, double lightning bolts, 5 range, 8 movement with running shot, energy explosion, and then he's got a 19 defense. 19 defense is good. Range combat expert, so he's really faring with a 12 and a 4. And he's just pretty much a close combat guy. If you start him lower, he's got 6 charge, which 6 charge is kind of weak. And he's got 11 attack with super strength, 17 defense, and he's got 3 damage. Now let's see what
So
his traits do.
his first trait, the first time Thor would be KO'd, instead turn him to his starting click and its protected pulse wave. That's really good. I mean, nothing else you need to say about it.
So that's going to be no matter what. You either restart him at the 50 or you restart him at the 150.
I mean, so really 50, he has 8 clicks.
That's,
So,
yeah.
I mean, the 150, I really think he might be, I mean, I guess.
Clicks.
Yeah, I mean, he would be pretty hard to kill playing him at 150. His second trait is closer range action. Unequip an equipment from Thor and place it in a square within range and line of fire. If you do, make a close or ranged attack targeting all opposing characters adjacent to that equipment, regardless of range, line of fire, or adjacency. If the equipment is named Mjolnir, Stormbreaker, or Yarnborn, the damage dealt is penetrating and hit characters are knocked back. That's a really cool ability. I mean, you don't even have to have one of those 3, the Mjolnir, Stormbreaker, or Yarnborn, to do that. So that's pretty cool. I mean, being able to just take an equipment like he's throwing a rock at somebody, but he's imbuing it with lightning or something. That's a pretty cool ability. Now, I think this figure comes with Mjolnir.
I think he does.
Did you want to go over that while we're going over him? Or?
No, we'll get to it with the objects. But I think what it's really... we'll remember that when we go back over it. But but you're unequipping, so I mean I think that would allow the other guy to pick it up and use it. So so
you would, but there's a what the hell are they called? The cards that come in this set, the one shots.
Yeah.
The one shots that come in this set. There's one that says "Return to me my hammer." It's something about his hammer returning to him.
Yeah.
So you throw whatever he's holding, and then you just return it to him. Now maybe the one shot. I don't remember if it's for Mjolnir only, but I kind of think it was just an equipment. But
if I was in a sealed event, I see myself playing him at 150.
Oh yeah, I don't think that if you played against him in a sealed event, I think it'd be fairly difficult to.
Yeah.
I mean, to beat him.
Unless you got Thanos. Anyway. All right. So let's go to the next one. Juggernaut. Which kind of feels weird to me being in this set. But I like Juggernaut, so it's all right. So he's he's Brotherhood of Mutants, sorry. And he's got the typical words, except he's also a Thunderbolts, which is kind of weird to me too.
I mean, he's got X-Men, Brute, and Mystical is
Yeah.
really good.
And then his dial, which is interesting, it's 80 points. Now, think about the other 80s, 75s, 70s that we've seen, and look at this.
Yeah.
This one's 8 clicks long, and some of the other ones weren't. He's got special movement, and he can go up or down elevated, which most juggernauts usually can't do that. They usually have the elevated stops, and this guy can jump up a building and still keep charging you. He's got 10 movement, special power. He's got 12 attack, special power. Starts off with a 19 impervious, which is good, especially when he's banging all these 17 defensive guys around. 4 damage, which is also good. Now, what's he do? He's
So-
some good stuff.
He's got one trait. Juggernaut can reduce penetrating damage. That's really good, and it's safeguard out. Or no. Juggernaut can reduce penetrating damage. / safeguard outwit. So you can't outwit him. Am I right? I mean, that's a completely separate line that just says safeguard outwit, right?
Aaron, if he's still here, can explain that because I get mixed up on that. But I think that I'm reading that as that he's just that is just safeguard outwit against the penetrating power. So you can't outwit. He's basically a ghost rider on his.
But
defense.
you can't outwit traits anyway. So I would assume that that's just for everything, isn't outwit?
You can't outwit a trait, but you can outwit impervious.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
This says you. So this prevents you from doing that. It means that you get the impervious no matter what.
Yeah.
It's like being beside Ghost Rider. You got your defense in there, but you still have you can't use powers. I mean, you still a way around it. If I got a blue beetle, I say you can't use impervious. You're still going to take the damage. Is it big or small safeguard? It's
Big.
Safeguard's big.
Big safeguard. So his movement trait is from 1 to 5, and it's charge but don't have speed.
That's really good.
It's really good. I mean, he's moving 10 or 8. He has 10 for the first 2 clicks, and then 8 for the last 3 of that ability.
Well, 8
It's just
doesn't
really
have the
good.
ability on it, so it's he don't.
Yeah, I
have
had
some
from
of it.
3
Yeah.
to 5. And then his attack ability is Giant Reach 2. That's good. / close. Make a close attack. After resolutions, deal 2 damage to each adjacent opposing character. If Juggernaut destroyed terrain this turn, the damage dealt is penetrating. That's really
Aaron
good.
says he can't be outwitted at all.
Yeah. So I really like him. I think he's really good. If you pull him in anything, he's going to be good in constructed.
He's good, period.
He's just really
80 points,
good.
Can't be outwitted. He can run up and down terrain.
Yeah. He can reduce penetrating damage. So he's just, you're rolling for impervious all the time to reduce everything.
The only thing that I say doesn't feel Juggernaut-like is that he doesn't run through blocking.
He comes with an item, and I'm pretty sure that his item allows him to do that, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But I've only looked at these figures one other time. So.
Ooh, this is the A version.
And,
we have a Prime version here.
Yeah, so this is the non-prime.
Well,
I think this is my favorite character so far.
non-prime.
Once you start getting into the super rares, though, it's hard to. But
I'm saying we're giving the non-Prime a thumbs up, so I can't wait to see what the Prime does.
yeah,
'Cause they're
that was
usually-
Juggernaut. So we're moving on to the prime Jugger Duck.
Jugger Duck. All right. So he's Guardians of the Galaxy. So he's a good guy. And he's got the Guardians keyword. So we've been talking about building Guardians teams. He's got Animal, Brute, Detective, Future, Mystical, Politician, Guardian. So he's, I guess Howard the Duck gets the helmet. So,
Yeah.
all right, he's got sidestep, 10 movement. Whoa, he's got 3 different starting lines, 200, 100, and 50. So his 200 line is 11 clicks. His 100 line is 7. And then he's got 4 clicks if you start him at 50. All right, so on his click 200, he's got sidestep, 10 movement. Then he's got 8 sidestep movement on his 100, and then he's got flurry on the 50-point line. He's got quick all the way through. He's got it starts off at 11, and then once he drops down to where the 100 point is, it's 10 the rest of the way. He starts off with 19 invincible. Is that a stop click?
It is, yeah.
All right, so he's got a stop click just before he goes to his lower levels, and he's got 2 stop clicks. He's one at the very end and one at the end of his 200-point line. And he's got Perplex for free. Well, it's free. I don't know why I said free, but anyways, he's got 4 damage and Perplex, and then he's got some. A lot of stuff. So Nate's going to go over that now.
So first trait is probability control, /. Friendly characters with the future keyword have the Guardians of the Galaxy team ability. That's good. There's a lot of future keywords out there. If 3 or more friendly characters have the Guardians of the Galaxy keyword, Juggerduck modifies his defense +1. That's really good. I mean, the whole set's Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, there's a lot of.
So he's either a 20 or a 19 defense, pretty much, if you're playing him on one of those teams. He moves through elevation and characters,
Yeah, so I didn't
which is
say
really
that
good.
before, but that's always good. All right, so now.
Then this is another trait. He's got charge.
Unstoppable.
When Juggerduck uses it, he has big safeguard, opposing probability control, and can use close combat expert. When Juggerduck knocks back an opposing character, increase the number of squares they're knocked back by 3. After resolutions, you may place Juggerduck adjacent to that character. That is really awesome. He runs up, knocks everybody back 6 with Quake.
Well, I wasn't too hip on this guy when we got to this trait. I mean, him getting probability is really good, and but the charge when he uses it, he's also can't be probbed.
Yeah.
Okay? So he can't be probbed, and he's got prob.
He runs up to Quake you for 6 knockback.
So it's when Juggernaut. Let's see. So he's just got regular charge.
Yeah.
But it's a trait. So he can charge 5. Maybe if he's perplexed up 1, you can get a little bit more. You can get him possibly 6, 7 away. But anyways, it's not bad. And
the knockback thing is just really cool.
It's fun.
Being able to knock somebody back 6 squares is awesome.
All right, so what's about a stop click?
So his stop click has impervious. When Juggerduck uses it, increase the D6 result by +1 for each adjacent opposing character. That's really cool. It's pretty much just a Phoenix Force Wolverine. I mean, when he gets near you, he's really difficult to hit. So he's not, could you scroll up just a little bit? He's not, I think I'm getting confused. Yeah, okay, so he's outwittable, isn't he? Yeah, so he is. Yeah. So you could get rid of him to where that he can't roll that, but you could get rid of his impervious. But
no, because it's a stop click.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. So
yeah, you can't get around that, but what you can get around is, hey, you can't charge. Yeah, I'm outwitting charge, or I'm outwitting sidestep, or quake, or whatever the hell. But he is outwittable. But I haven't seen a whole lot of outwit in this set, to be honest with you. I mean, I think I haven't seen a whole hell of a lot of outwit from the start to now.
No.
I mean, in the set.
No, I think him and Juggernaut, if you pull one of them in any type of sealed or battle royal or anything, they're going to be extremely, extremely good. Like, not even just good. They're going to be crazy, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. All right, so let's go to Better Ray Bill. Okay, did auction just did? It did. I guess we're going to call it right there. But we'll pick up a Beta Ray Bill and get in the objects. We are going to get an earlier start and go deeper next week.
We got through a lot of stuff today.
Did.
What was your favorite figure we looked at today?
That Juggernaut, I think. I think Juggernaut.
Yeah, I think that's probably mine too. Once you get into the super rares and stuff, that's hard to like.
I like Thor too, though. I mean, I like Thor. I like Juggernaut. I like Grizzly. I liked. I honestly like Drax. I think.
Yeah.
I think that I saw good stuff. All right. So Dennis is going, Nate. So when you get to the chases, take in mind that Scarlet Witch activates her second trait if you pay 70 points for it. It's not specified in HC units. Okay.
Thanks, Dennis. We'll try to. You want to look at her now? Okay. We'll remember for next week.
Anyway, well, like I said, I'm going to try to limit the news next week and jump really fast into this to where we can do a lot and knock it out. Next week's going to be exciting anyway, just for the fact that we're doing collector show. Also, we'll have a little bit more insight with some of these figures that we're reviewing because we would have played with them.
So long as it gets shipped.
Going into the prize pool, we do have a bounty pool that's left over from last week, so we're going to build on top of that. I'm going to throw in a Deadpool Prime out of Deadpool X-Force. It's actually Dreadpool and not Deadpool. So we can throw that in. We're going to throw in Guardian. Since we're talking about Guardians, it's only fitting that we throw in a Guardian. No, I'm not. I lied. We already got that one in there. So I'm going to throw in a Colossus instead. Also out of Deadpool and X-Force. Making sure I don't double up on anything. I'm throwing in a Rune out of Black Panther and Illuminati. Then we're going to throw in a team-up card. We're going to throw in Marvel Girl. Yeah, what tarot card do we have up here? All right, I'll throw in another tarot. I'll throw in the Magician. And then we'll throw in another Legacy card. Let's do a Firelord. And that gets us going. Now we need to pick a super rare. Let there be good pulls for this last unboxing. Of course, James, that's what we want. Mark says, I'm just excited to dust off the Chila Star-Lord in silver. He makes Wakanda into Guardians. I agree, that's good. I think we're ready to go. Let me get some stuff off the screen. Get this, we don't need this up anymore. Put this over here. And we are good. All right. So, all right, guys, we need a super rare. Already got Snowbirds, Falcon and Red Wing, Snowbird. We can't nominate a prime. Can't do a prime. Can't nominate primes. Has to be that would be too hard to get. Yeah, see, Mark's got it. So we got Captain America from Dennis. Wonder where Grace is at, man. I haven't seen Grace in about 3 weeks. Grace and, what's that little girl's name? One that always gets picks out the bounty figures really good.
I know who you're talking about. I'm back in the names.
Me too.
Falcon and Red Wing looks like he just won.
Did it? Were you seeing it?
Yeah, Mark Adler up there, and then just some.
Okay, so Falcon and Red Wing it is. We're just rambling. All right, Falcon and Red Wing, here we go. We're going, starting off with number 1. Good luck, everybody.
I felt good too. I didn't feel anything super. I had one that was heavier than the other ones, but it wasn't like crazy or anything.
This has got a little bit of weight to it. I don't know if it's that much weight. It feels a little weighty.
Dennis helped us out there. He said Nicole.
Nicole, yes, Nicole. Okay. All right. Ask me what I've been doing for most of this week. Ask me.
What?
Ask me what I've been doing.
What have you been doing?
I'm glad you asked, Nate. So, every once in a while, now, when you have an eBay, you have everything listed and you have to adjust prices. Generally, when I'm adjusting new stuff, so like Black Panther comes out, every few days I'm adjusting prices because the prices just slowly go down. And then you kind of watch all your new sets for a while. But every once in a while, you have to go in and do all of them. So we have 8,200
I was
items.
say 8,000 something.
Yeah.
That's probably.
And so this week, I started at the highest, all the way to the lowest, adjusting prices. I adjusted, to give you a rough idea, our stock went down about $10,000 in value from doing the adjustment. So I'm used to that. So it's not a bad thing. I mean, it is a bad thing, but if I don't make those adjustments,
But it just won't sell and it's worth.
yeah, I'm sitting,
Yeah.
I'm sitting, I got a figure, say, at $50 and it's dropped down to $20.
Yeah.
I'm just
It
sitting
won't
there
ever
like
sell,
everybody's
yeah.
going like, what the hell does he got that for? Anyway, so our prices are really, really good right now. I think and I just have to do that I probably do it 3 to 4 times a year. I don't like doing it. It's very
It'd be
tedious.
a pain.
It's a tedious.
8,000 something
Yeah.
items.
All right, so, we got AIM Agent, common, Hercules, uncommon, Thor, rare, AO, common, and Black Panther, common. I also got all the clay stuff together, ready to ship out. Got all the CUR sets done, and I'm restocking. I'm restocking some of the newer sets. I'm doing that, and started doing that. That's where I'm at, that's what I'm working on right now. And I've got a ton of stuff to put in. So between Collector's Trove and what I've got coming in, plus I bought a new collection, it'll be here next week. We went down 10, but I'm probably gonna go up $20,000 to $30,000 over the next couple
Yeah.
weeks.
That's definitely right, Dennis. It would rot.
What's that?
He said it's better than letting it rot on the shelves.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're on pack number 2. So pack number 2, you're starting off with 002 Black Panther common, Wakanda Scientist common, Vibranium Man, sorry, uncommon, Phil Coulson uncommon, and then Spider-Man rare.
All right, so this is number 3. If you just joined us, our bounty figure is Captain America and Red Wing. We haven't pulled any money pieces yet.
Falcon and Red Wing.
Falcon and Red Wing, I'm sorry. Captain Storm, common, AIM Agent, common, Misty Knight, uncommon, Dora Milaje, common, and Mabaku, rare. So, haven't pulled anything of any note yet.
All right, booster 4, Miles Morales common, Hatut Zeraze common, Luke Cage common, uncommon Plunderer, and rare Queen Storm. Should be getting into something a bit.
All right, yeah, that's something we're due. Number 5. I don't know, maybe it's all gonna be at the end this time. The first 5 has not reared anything fantastic. We've got a White Wolf common, a Claw common, a Colleen Wing common, a Scientist Supreme uncommon, and a Queen Storm rare.
Look at that
Huh.
one. Well, all right, so we've got our first decent booster, more than decent. Who has booster 6?
Who's got booster 6, guys? Let's see if I see it over here. 6. Who's got 6? 2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
6. Lethal Poison.
All right, Lethal Poison. So you're starting off with a common Amadeus Cho and Kirby, common Hatut Zeraze, uncommon Nick Fury and Goose, uncommon Shuri, and then you've got the Chase. You've got a Chase Gaia. And for some odd reason, your booster came in a the plastic piece is just bent pretty bad. But
Yeah, nothing's damaged.
Yeah, nothing's damaged in it.
But you got the first chase, and that's a good chase. How would you, I mean, obviously the Storm Chase is the number 1 chase. Who would you think is the next one? Is it gonna be, I'd say Chaos King? Chaos King?
I don't know. I think it depends on if you're talking about like right this second or down the line. If you're talking about down the line, I think the ones that give abilities to other characters are eventually going to be worth a lot. Because whenever Amit and Conchu and all them leave, you're gonna be left with those characters
That's true.
to give out abilities.
All right, so this is another decent booster for somebody. Don't know who's got booster number 8, no 7, but it's also a hit. We got a Hercules uncommon, an AO common. We got a Scientist Supreme uncommon, a Amadeus Cho and Kirby common, and we got our first prime of the night. We got a White Tiger prime, so not bad there. Congrats.
All right, booster number 8. You've got Everett K. Ross common, Killmonger common, Achille uncommon, War Machine rare, and Ares rare.
Okay, so I've got booster number 9, and we have a little bit of something in here too. We have a Shuri uncommon, Colleen Wing common, White Wolf common. Then we got Vibranium, that's good. We got Power Man uncommon, and we got a Shuri super rare. We will try, bud.
All right, booster number 10. You've got a common Claw, a common Killmonger, uncommon Plunderer, rare Venom, super rare Namor, and then you've got the 3D heart-shaped herb object.
That definitely was a second half break on everything from.
Yeah, everything was the last few.
Yep, all right, so we didn't pull the bounty figure, so we're gonna be adding some stuff on.
So here's a legacy card.
Yep, legacy card going in. Maelstrom from Captain America. This guy was really, back in the day, was really a beast of steel. Hard to deal with. If you pulled him, you played him, and it was just hard to beat because he got better. You probably are not familiar with him.
What's that name now?
This Captain America. He was.
I didn't play very much, so.
See, as you move him along, he gets hypersonic speed, and then he gets to an 8. He just keeps getting better. He's like a Hulk. And then he's got a pretty long dial. He ends up getting to a 19 defense at the very end. But he was hard to deal with in a seal. You didn't see. I don't remember seeing any play of him in constructed, but in the seal, he was like just playing. All right, so we got a Terror out of Deadpool and X-Force. He's number 101. I think that would be the release date figure. We'll throw in an Ant-Man. This is the Legacy Ant-Man. So that's a good, and I actually have been playing this guy. He's really good for what he does. I mean, he can make somebody giant when it's for free when he's next to him. And he's got Perplex if you play him at his low. Anyway, he's a really good figure. And we'll throw in one more. We'll go with Abracadabra out of Flash. So we'll throw in a little bit of DC goodness. And then I throw in a Marvel. No, I already did that one. We throw in a Beast team up. And throw in one more Legacy card. I think that'll do it. Fire Lord. Let's do. Well, I get low on these. So I'm gonna do a Wonder Woman out of Batman. And that will do it. So I'm number 11.
Yep.
All right, so same, we're still looking for Red Wing and Falcon, or Falcon and Red Wing, however you wanna think of it. All right, and let's see what we got. First brick wasn't bad.
No.
This is pretty good brick. Slow start, strong finish, but that gets done. So we got a Vanisher, rare. Miles Morales, common. Wakanda Scientist, common. Black Panther, common. Aquila, uncommon. And that's it.
All right, we're on booster number 12. If you're hearing you have booster number 12, say something.
Ah,
You got a common Everett K. Ross, common Claw, uncommon Ramonda, uncommon Plunderer, and then you've got the super rare Falcon and Red Wing, which is the bounty.
Yeah, so we got a bounty winner. So you win. Let's see who's got. If you speak up, if you got number 11. Number 12. We're gonna look also. Number 12, number 12, number 12, number 12. 10. Oh, there's 11. There's 12. RJH 2020. Don't know if you're in the house or not, but RJH 2020. You have won the bounty. Congrats. And if you are here, I need you to tell me if you want me to open up your legacy cards or not. You got 2 legacy cards for Black Panther. Hopefully you got the Black Panther legacy card that everybody wants. And you got, so anyways, I need to know what you want, now what I'm picking up right now is all your winnings. Oh, you actually got 3 legacy cards, take that back. So if you are here, Randy H, there you go. Do you want me to open up your legacy cards for you, bud? Okay. We're putting all this together for you. Just all the cards. Here's, I'll open these up. All right. Come on, Black Panthers. All right, so the first legacy is a Storm out of Uncanny X-Men. I hope we put that, these.
Yeah, I'll put it on top of that.
The second one is Pluto. I used to play this Pluto a little bit.
Yeah, he came from Minnesota.
Yeah. I like the one out of Hot. All right, last chance at Black Panther. See what you got. You haven't pulled one in a while. It's last chance, period.
Last time I saw one was when we opened all the.
Well, we opened up a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot
I
of.
guess we used up all our chances.
Yeah.
All right, so you got an Ajax. And he's out of Mighty Thor. So that is your legacies. We'll get that out to you, man. Congrats. All right, so we're going to number 13. We got a Killmonger, rare, Black Panther, common, Vibranium Man, uncommon, Luke Cage, common, Dora Milaje, common.
Booster number 14, you've got a common White Wolf, common Everett K. Ross, common Killmonger, uncommon Black Panther, and then rare Black Panther.
All right, I'm moving on to 15. Haven't got all of our real good stuff yet here in this one, although we've just one super rare so far, so we got some good stuff coming still.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the halfway point. We got a Luke Cage common, Storm common, Nick Fury and Goose uncommon, Scientist Supreme uncommon, and Midnight Angel rare. And that's the A version, not the front.
This one's gonna be back heavy too.
Seems so.
Alright, booster number 16. You've got a common Colleen Wing, a common Ao, a common Hatat Zeraze, an uncommon Power Man, and then you've got the rare Spider-Man.
Oh, here we go. I got a good one this time. So, whoever's got 17, right? Yeah, 17, you did good. You got some good stuff here. So, we got, yeah, this is really good. Yeah, this is a really good booster. You got Colleen Wing, common, You got a Phil Coulson uncommon. You got a Venom rare. Then you got a Black Panther super rare. Okay, that's good. But you also got a rare prime. And you got, I think, is this the best prime out of the set?
Yeah.
Colonel
White Tiger. One of those. I don't know. It depends on what you're playing.
Anyways, you got Colonel James Rhodes prime. He's really good.
Yeah.
So you got a prime and a super rare in your booster. That's good.
He said he was
Ooh, that was 17. Oh, he had 18. So that, yeah.
Well, Bagman, you're gonna be happy again.
Oh
It
my
just-
goodness.
Worked out that way, I guess.
Look at you, look at you.
All right, Bagman. So you're starting off with a common Dora Milaje, a common Hatat Zeraze, uncommon Hercules, rare Midnight Angel, not the prime, just the rare, and then you've got the Chase and Jadaka. And there's his cool sculpt. His sculpt is awesome.
So these pulled chases 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
He told us to do it, we did it. Ask him, thou shalt receive. I didn't even ask, he told, he said, just do it.
He's just bowling for me.
All right, so we got, this is booster number 19. We got an AIM Agent common. We got a Black Panther common. We got a Misty Knight uncommon. A Ramondo uncommon. And we got the Vibranium in here. And we have a super rare Captain America. This is a good case.
Yeah.
We pulled what, 2 primes, 2 chases, and then all the super rares.
Well.
Yeah.
All right, number 20. You got common Amadeus Cho and Kirby, common Miles Morales, common Black Panther 002, the female, uncommon Okoye, and then a rare Ironheart.
All right, well, that was 20. We had a good time tonight, guys. We hope everybody's happy with their pools. I think we had some pretty good pools tonight. Next week, again, it is Collector's Trove. I hope everybody's playing in pre-releases next week. Ours will be Wednesday night, and we will be we'll be opening up some bricks, opening up at least 2 bricks. I'm sorry, 1 brick on Friday night, and I'm about to sneeze, I'm sorry. Been trying to find it. Okay, and anyway, we're gonna have, and we'll be reviewing hopefully the rest of Collector's Trove, and we'll be talking about our experience. Maybe have some updates on H4H and Rock Cup. I don't know. I'm at other people's mercy right now. And I emphasize to them how important it is that they get this done so we can do things. So anyways, with that, it's been a pretty nice night. The weather's pretty nice here right now. Next week, I know that we're getting a polar vortex coming through. I think that's into Friday, so it's probably going to be really, really ice cold. Other than that, you guys can pull for my team this week. We have a very what I like about my team right now is that they are close-knit. They are a true team. They play like a team. They talk like a team. They're very thankful. They're very humble. They're very excited. They want to win. I saw a lot of pre-game and post-game. I saw a lot of thankfulness to God, thankfulness to other things. I really, they're a very likable bunch. I honestly, I got to be real. We're playing Detroit, which I think is one of the best teams in the league. We're playing them at Detroit. The odds are stacked against us, but this team seems to somehow do things. I've seen teams like this before that weren't my team. They just somehow have something about it, and they just find a way to win. And I hope they do it again. But I know that they're facing a very talented team this week. But anyway, if they get beat really bad, I don't think that. I'm going to be bummed a little bit, but I don't think you can ruin the fact that I'm happy about what they've done this year because it's been a long time.
Yeah. Who do you want to win the national championship Monday?
That's really weird because
Or do you care?
well, I do care, but I don't. I guess I'm going to have to pull for Notre Dame. I think Ohio State's going to win.
That's what I think is going to win too. I'm really kind of torn about who I want to win. I think Ohio State will. I don't know if I want. I don't really care who wins, I guess, because I'm not really for either one of them or against either one of them.
I don't think that if you would have asked me at any time in my life, I don't think I've ever pulled for Notre Dame in anything.
Yeah.
But I like this Notre Dame team. I like the coach, and they're a likable team. They just kind of get it done. They play, but I think that it's a question of. I think that Ohio State has more talent than they do, and
if I was to bet on the game, I would bet on Ohio State.
Yeah,
that's how I'd say it.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would rather Notre Dame to win. And the only reason that I say that, if it was any other thing at Notre Dame where they play in a conference, then I think I would want Notre Dame to win. But I absolutely hate that they don't play in a conference and they get to choose all of their scheduling and stuff. It's just stupid.
Well, it works against them too in some points. Like they're unable to be a top seed, so they have to play no matter what they do. They can't. The way it's set up right now, they can't be a top. They can't get the bye, which I think is kind of wrong too. The way that's set up.
Is the bye? I don't think that matters. Like so, I guess think about it this way: if you play 12 games and all 12 let's just say all 12 games are hard. You're playing in a harder division, whatever division that is. All 12 games are hard. Is it easier to go with one bye, or is it easier to go in with a full team that's not hurt because you've played worse teams? Not necessarily that Notre Dame hasn't, but just I don't like that they're independent.
Well,
they can just choose their schedule.
If you look at it, and you think about it this way,
they have played teams this year.
I think that a lot of those teams they weren't able to knock the rust off. I think the teams that got the byes, or Ohio State had been playing and they came in and they whooped Oregon at Oregon. It was never even close. And I think that maybe Oregon sitting out for a minute, that might have hurt them. I think that they were the only one. I think it was.
It's hard to beat a team 2 times in a season, though, too, in college football. So that.
Well, Oregon and Ohio State should never been playing right there.
The whole schedule for the playoffs this year was weird.
It should have never happened. I think they fixed that, but
they had higher seeds have easier games. The
NCAA at times are like whiz kids. It's like, how the hell did you not see that coming?
Yeah. Yeah. They do it all the time, though. It's like every year. Now it's just weird now because it's changed to where it's 12 teams. So it's like, can you really say something about it? Because it's kind of like, no, they're not as 12 teams in. So it's like, it's bound that there's not going to be 12 teams that are as good as each other in a year. There's going to be like 1 to 7 or 6 or so.
Well, there's always going to be bubble teams. We had the controversy with Alabama this year. Whether they should.
I don't think Alabama would have won if they were in. They're too much of they can play really high level football, but the problem is they can also play down to their opponent.
Yes, they can.
So it's a problem where you go into a game and it's like if they go in and play bad, they're terrible. They're not good at all.
Who did? Because the team that took their place would have been.
Boise State. Boise State took their place, right?
No, it was SMU.
SMU, yeah.
So who did SMU? SMU got beat by somebody the first round pretty badly, but I don't remember who it was. I think Alabama would have played whoever that. It's like
they probably would have played better, but then when you look at them playing Oregon in their game, or not Oregon, sorry, Michigan. When they played Michigan, they played terrible against Michigan.
They also had lost players. So they also weren't very motivated. So you can't. You don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
bottom line
knows.
is I don't really have a problem with what ended up. Alabama could have played their way in. They played their way out. They shouldn't have been.
Oh yeah.
They shouldn't have been that. But the point I was trying to make is that every year there's going to be bubble teams, and there's going to be controversy from now on.
Oh, there always has been. There's definitely going to still be controversial teams and stuff. I don't think that there's 12 teams that can go in it and win without some weird stuff happening, though. Like SMU, did you think they even had a chance this year? I didn't. I figured they'd get blown out the first game, which is pretty
I
bad.
didn't have any confidence in them. I thought they were. I didn't. But again, like I said, it's just like, you know, I love basketball, and the NCAA tournament is like one of the best events ever.
Yeah.
And there's controversy every year about they let 64 teams. Actually, they let 68 teams in now because they have these games that you can play your way in. And every year there's controversy with that many teams. No matter, it doesn't matter where.
Well, it's because there's a cutoff. Because there's the cutoff, and it's like, okay, well, whenever there's a cutoff, it's like, okay, well, is this team better than that team? Like, I don't know, but
yeah, it's always going to be controversy, no matter what the number is. It's going to be controversy. Anyways, let's let these guys go. And let's go. We've been talking football as much as we have clicks, I think, tonight. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. We might talk a little bit more football next week. We might not. Who knows? But we're going to cut it off now, and we'll see y'all next week. Have a good night, good weekend.
all right. Good night, guys. Good luck with